I'm going to jump into my first question, which is if you can please tell us about the play Pins and Needles at the Kiln.
So this play is, I'd say, very provocative, thought-provoking, and it's about different vaccines over time, and how that has impacted these three different people that the writer interviews over time and their stories. But it's also about who can you trust. It's about questioning and who we can trust in society. So it's very interesting.
That's really interesting because you know what, the whole kind of anything to do with the medical world, vaccines, all those sorts of things, there's so much controversy
Yeah.
and just so much around it. We as just like people that are not in that world have no clue. We almost have to trust certain people and it's quite scary, I think.
Yeah, and that's what the play looks at, who to trust with these things.
So you play the character Mary, who, from what I've read, is described as a mother trying to make the best decisions for her family. How did you connect with her story, and what aspects of her character resonated with you the most?
Oh, that's a good question. I think the thing that struck me most, or strikes me most about her, is the love that she has for her boys. So the love that she has for her kids. I'm not a mum, but I think that the way this is written, it just comes through so intensely because she's really driven by the love that she has for her sons and the fact that she just wants the absolute best for them and protect them. So I think that's the thing that made me really connect with this part, and that's what I hope that I can, that like resonates with the audience and I can kind of show through my performance.
Because obviously Mary is a mother, how does her perspective of the vaccine debate, on the vaccine debate, change or is in the play?
Well, I don't want to give too much, but you know, she's a scientist.
Okay, interesting.
She's looking at things from a science perspective and how that is going to or has impacted her children.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'm going to say on that one because I don't want to give too much away about her
No,
journey.
it's so interesting because you know the write-up of the play is so brief. It's almost like they don't want anybody to have any spoilers. It's all you've just got to wait and see what happens. So, okay, I am intrigued to know that she's a scientist. What was the most surprising thing you learned about vaccines or public health whilst preparing for the role of Mary?
God, that's a good question. Oh God, that is a good question. Well, I think the whole vaccine debate has just been in our consciousness since COVID, because I don't think I really engaged with it, with anything to do with vaccines and stuff like that when I was younger. And I suppose what this play has made me think about and question is that we don't question sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, depending on what your family's like, culturally, socially. Because when I was younger, it was like, okay, you're getting a BCG today, and I just went and got my BCG. I didn't even, you know, you just get things and you're told, and you're putting things into your body that you don't really question. So I suppose in terms of that, it's highlighted those things to me more and just made me think about other people's perspectives, or maybe why they would get a vaccine or why they wouldn't get a vaccine. Because I think that sometimes there's a bit of a taboo and people can be dismissed, but we don't know the root cause, maybe, of why people are cautious or skeptical. Because, you know, especially in communities, in the Black community, you know, there is skepticism because of what happened to us and what's happened, you know, back home or in some of our communities. So I think that these things need to be looked at, spoken about, addressed with sensitivity and love. So that's, you know, I think that is something that I've thought about more doing this.
It's interesting that you said about as kids, we were just told to take something like a BCG and there was no questions at all.
Yeah.
It was just, yeah, sure, whatever. I think that is the plus side with COVID is people start to think, actually, do I or should I take these vaccinations? I should have a choice whether I want to take this brand new injection or not. And yeah, I agree with you, especially like within the Black community, we have so many trauma when it comes to vaccines.
Like, yeah, it's about talking about those things maybe with a bit of sensitivity, so that we can help people that are maybe hesitant and things like that, to help them understand rather than shooting people down. And help people to come around to,
I don't know if you can give this away. Your character Mary, is she meant to be black in the play?
Yes. Yeah.
Because sometimes
yeah,
I just wanted to make sure that it was just like, sometimes in a play it could just be, there's no race, it could just be
she's a black woman. She's a black woman. Yeah.
And does she have a lot of opinions around vaccinations within the black community, or is that addressed at all?
I'd say it is there is an undertone of maybe some family hesitancy.
Okay, interesting. What do you think audiences will take away from Mary's journey, especially just in regards to the political climate around vaccinations at the moment?
I think, and I hope, that from Mary they'll feel empathetic towards her, that they will, as I said before, I hope what shines through is her love for her children and her drive and almost not obsession, but she literally just wants the best for her sons. That's her driving force. That's the thing that motivates her. That's the thing that, drives her. So I hope that that's what comes through.
It's more than anything, she is a mother before a scientist.
That is what she is. She's a mum, and everything she does is for her boys.
So with Rob Drummond's reputation of unpredictable storytelling, did any moments in the script surprise you at all?
Yes, but I can't say.
We just have to go and watch it, basically.
And I went, so yeah.
So there's going to be loads of kind of gasps in the audience as well, I hope.
Do you know what? I don't even know if it will be gasps, but I think it will be some, wait, what? I think a lot of that, because, yeah, I was like, sorry, can we just look at that again? So yeah.
I'm actually very much looking forward to this. If you had to give one piece of advice to Mary that might alter her path in the play, what would it be and why?
This is a good question. I don't know how to answer it without giving anything away. Okay. I'd say, God, this is a good question, but I don't know how to answer it because I feel like I'm going to give something away.
You don't have to give the why, because I bet the why would give too much away.
What piece of advice would I give her? What would I say to her? You're doing your best. Maybe, don't be so stuck. I don't know. That's a great question.
But that you're doing your best is still good, because that's still good advice, because sometimes characters or just people in general need to know that they're doing good in order for them to do or to continue doing what they're meant to be doing. Yeah. So I'm going to take that one. I think that's good advice.
Thanks.
And is there a specific moment in the play that you're most proud to share with your audiences? And if you can, say why?
I mean, this is going to sound like a cop-out, but I think the whole thing.
Okay.
Because I think it's a great play. The cast, Amit, Richard and Brian, are amazing. Like, fantastic. Such amazing storytellers. So just getting to share it with everyone and see and hear what people's opinions are going to be and what people take from it. I think as a piece as a whole, that's what I'm excited about, because it really does collectively come together to create such a strong narrative that I'm excited about the whole thing.
Sometimes there are some plays where there's only a little bit that's exciting, but for a whole play to be exciting, I think that's really good. And I think it's nice. And my last question for Pins and Needles is, what do you think makes Pins and Needles stand out as a piece of theatre, especially in today's world?
I think that what it does is it turns traditional theatre and what we think theatre is on its head. I think it makes us listen. It challenges conventional storytelling. I think it's a really exciting piece. And I think the little things that are within it, the audience are really going to enjoy.
I now have some very quick fire questions. So it's basically the first thing that comes to your mind. First question is your favourite theatre space.
Oh, I love the Royal Court.
Me too.
Yeah.
You were in Is God Is, wasn't you?
Yeah.
Which is one of my favourite plays of all time.
Oh, really? Yeah, I loved being in that, and it's a great play, and it was
a
great thing to be a part of. Like, amazing.
You know, I read the script before I saw the play, and I was like, "There's no way I could imagine this play even coming to life," because I just thought, could theatre really give it its justice? Because it just feels like it's such a crazy play, but
yeah, I loved doing that.
It was so good.
Yeah, loved doing that.
Brilliant. Your favourite theatre show?
Ooh. I mean, I do love A Streetcar Named Desire because I studied that quite young and I've seen it, and yeah, I just love that play. I think it's great. It
is a really good play, actually. Dream guest is someone you would like to see Pins and Needles, and they can be anyone.
Bloody hell, that's a good question. Oh my god, dream guest. Oh god, I don't know. My dad. I'd like my dad to see it.
That's nice. No, that's a perfect dream guest. I like that. And your proudest career moment to date?
Someone asked me this before a few weeks ago, and I found it really hard to answer because I think for me, I'm like, oh my god, I'm still doing this. I'm living my dream. So every job, every time that I get to do this is like, I'm like proud and like filled with gratitude, and because I'm just getting to do what I love. But I feel like I can't really just be like, oh, that's one thing, because just getting to be an actor and do this as my job, I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, I think every time I get to do this, I'm like, for me.
Nice, because that just means that you're living in your dream and you're living in the path that was set out for you, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I'm really lucky. Like, it's amazing.
And my last 5 question for you is the person who's had the greatest impact on your career as an actor.
You know something? I don't think I could just say one.
Okay.
Because I've got so many people that I just feel have helped me and continue to help me on this path. Like, I remember I was at college and I wasn't enjoying it, and my sister was like, oh, have you heard about this school called the Brit School? And so I went to Brit, and then I realised that, oh my god, I can do this acting thing. And then I've got amazing friends who constantly like kind of mentor me and keep me going, who are in the business, like Akem Fornian, Bemi Camello, Kush Jumbo. Like, I've just got people in my life that are amazing, and I work with amazing directors. So, you know what I mean? So I've got loads of people that have had such a massive impact. My parents were always so, and still are, really supportive with what I want to do. Like, so, you know, I've got a lot of people that support me and, yeah, like back for me. So I don't think I could just pick one, like, person.
You have a good circle, which is such a nice thing.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference. Thank you so much for your answers. They're all beautiful. And thank you for talking to me as well. I am looking forward to seeing Pins and Needles, especially from all the little small things that you can mention, because I know a lot of it is kind of like hidden until we actually watch it. It'll be really good, and I'm sure the Kiln audience will like it too as well. And I have one last question for you, actually. How is rehearsals going?
Yeah, it's not really good. Everyone's so lovely. Amit is like such a good director, and he's really funny. But it's a really lovely room. It's really warm, and as I said, everyone's great. So it makes me go, oh, I need to up my game up, because everyone's like, so yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Really, really, and it's a lovely building as well. So welcoming, everyone's so friendly, and it feels like a community here, not just the theatre, but out of the doors of the theatre as well. There's clearly, I think they do a lot of work within the community, because you can feel it in the building. So I love it here, like really love it.
Thank you, Vivienne. I'm going to let you now go back to your rehearsals, but it was so lovely talking to you.
Me too.